Takeda's teleport, and B, Takeda's range.
Yep.
That back two range on Takeda's whips is going to be a serious issue.
Wow, what a start with the down three to anti-air the flipping, which is what I was about to bring up, the flip, because it's projectile immune and it's a safe way in for Takeda, but Dink is all over it early. Didn't get the huge conversion, but has the big meter lead, and what a conversion himself from Instincts, and both these guys coming out swinging. I love what we're seeing already here in this match.
They're going for the back 2-1 into the teleport cancel, trying to keep it as safe as possible. Dink getting that trance, no doubt going to get the hard knockdown here and bring Puggles into play. Immediately throwing Puggles out. And just as I say, it comes right back in. This is that zoning we were talking about before, but the teleport is a huge issue when dealing with zoning. Instincts just missing that combo. And they're
some savagery from Dink, down 2-ing out of the EX kunai pressure. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Kombat Cup.
Dink playing at such a ridiculous pace, but you know what? Instincts is playing great on his own as well. And now he has Dink in the corner. One of the hardest parts about being a Quan Chi player is dealing with corner pressure. And I don't even know how much damage this is going to do. He's going to get that hard knockdown, bring Puggles into play for some dirty mix in the corner. And didn't even need Puggles. Puggles just flying away, content with being no part in this. And just the swag string. And another swag string, and another one. Dink immediately taking game number 1 against Instincts. Really nice start to the top 16. We saw before that Dink was going for that, kind of opted for that zoning-oriented gameplay that we were mentioning earlier. The moment he got hit by that teleport, he had that in the back of his mind to make sure that he tries not to get hit by that again. At the very least, baiting that out for another punish, full combo punish, sending him full screen, and getting Puggles back out again. Instinct immediately, no hesitation, going straight back into SylverRye Ryu Takeda.
Yeah, and I like the speed that both of these players came out with to start our top 16. Both of them came out swinging, reacting, and doing great. And Dink just a step above Instincts in that first game. We'll see if he can turn things around. I mean, I'll tell you what. If I would have started a match with that instant air flip, and if I got anti-air down 3 in the stand 4 trance, I would have gotten. I would have felt like someone kicked me in the chest and knocked the wind out of me.
I mean, you want to talk about an awesome way to start off a set, to get a down 3 anti-air on a cross-up tornado kick. I mean, like, what more do you need to get that momentum going? But even now, speaking of momentum, Instinct letting go of block. Dink just letting that back 1 trans ride on block. That was as savage. I am at a loss for words. I've never seen that actually work. But you know what? For that to work also sends a strong message to Instinct saying, hey, you know, I'm not afraid to do it. I will let those trances rip, and you better be ready for it. Now he's trying to get the zoning game Puggles into play. The anti-air Puggles! Trying to chip him out. And then just holding block, very smart.
That was so smart. Got him to within chip and knew that he had to take a risk or eat another rune or a sky drop, potentially risk a bat summon, and just let Instincts hang himself. Dink has started this match perfect. And whoever wins this is going to make their first top 8 of the season, no matter what.
And that's really something to work for. You're seeing both these guys playing at their absolute best right now. Getting hit with the fun to blockable, but no follow-up. And there's that teleport that we were talking about. Need to be very careful. The arrow skull should be just completely erased from Shujinkydink's move list in this matchup. I'll try to get that back to trance. Oh, and a block on the teleport, but no punish. Fortunately for him, 4-4 doesn't come into play. Sending out Puggles, trying to keep some sort of mix going. The plus frames are there.
Oh, and rip, rest in peace, Skydrop. Buff that move, please, because no EX move has ever been beat out more than Skydrop. I mean, the percentages of it actually working as an armored move are slim to none in Mortal Kombat X.
You know what? Dink's gonna try and make it where he's been letting it ride since the very beginning. And just getting hit by that raw teleport. Using the interactable to get out of the corner, very smart move. Instinct getting some pressure of his own going. Sitting on a full stick of butter right now.
Ooh, and finally got him with the fun block off the EX kunai. Great delayed wake up from Dink.
This timing those meaties is absolutely crucial here, and he needs to be careful doing that because he wants to keep Quan on lockdown for as long as possible.
And that was a ballsy poke from Instincts. He was eating 1-2 into Puggles.
Oh, and this might actually be able to close it out. Instincts getting the hit confirmed, getting the easy combo, just making sure he closes it out. We are sitting at 1-1 here in our first set in the top 16. Now, Dink played relatively well in that game number 2, but Instinct played way more rushdown, refused to let Dink get Puggles out in play with the zoning, and I think that's really what had him take that win there in game number 2.
Precisely, and it was a good start to that game from Dink. Making Instinct hang himself with an Instinct with that quick adaptation, and really was finally able to open up Dink with that EX kunai. I mean, but before then, he came off 2 or 3 of them to no avail. And mentally, that just gets to you as a Takeda player. When you're unable to open up someone coming off your resources like that, there's not much you can do without him, really.
Here we go. Resource is the name of the game, as is positioning. They're sitting full screen right now. Air's narrowly getting that trade. And you see now, he's going to go for that full screen opponent. Just eating Instincts hard, just like that. And we're taking a look at all like that. Instincts already lost, and he's finally sitting up close where he wants to be.
Oh, and a down 3 trance. No, stop it, sir. That's a little too savage.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and not do that, because that is just too much to handle. Down 3 in a trance is not a thing, sir. Oh, no whiff punish on the back 3-2. He's just trying to get the runes in. He's building a decent amount of meter, and the whiff punish from the teleport on the rune by Instincts. Getting some damage of his own. If Instincts can hit Dink just one more time, but the 4-4 going to stop any dream that he could have possibly had. Dink taking round number 1. Has a little bit of room to back up here, and he does.
Ooh, and a great anti-air, but doesn't get the full conversion. And in that first round, as we saw earlier, Instincts really hung himself, mistiming his meaty, and Dink's blade wake up, saving him.
Getting that EX, the tornado into EX kunai. Hard knockdown of his own. Dink needs to get away from this pressure as soon as possible if he wants to take this round. And another tornado kick, just kind of keeping the pressure on him, even from close screen. The threat alone is now becoming an issue for Dink.
And a flawless for Instincts, and we're dead even in this match. Both guys pretty much sitting at full sticks of butter, coming off the resources Instincts, and instead of going for pressure, catches him with the throw. He's going to take the 12% and run with it, and goes for it again, but doesn't expect it to just hit him raw. And Dink getting back in this match.
Instincts has gotten hit by that 1-2 EX rune every single time.
Comes off the bar to give us pre-patch Quan, and I think he went for the overhead there and actually messed up and did stand for instead. Well, if you commit that teleport early, we'd be looking at a big combo. Both have 1 bar. Great moving around. Puggles comes off the bar for the launcher, and Instincts coming in from the top rope into a full combo, and he's going to go up 2-1 on Shujinkydink.
So now you're taking a look how the zoning game has shifted to the point where you see Instinct immediately adapting to not just the teleport, but using that tornado kick as well. Had the hard read at the end to use the meter and just take that second match with the hit confirm. That was, although risky, extremely smart to do, because he wanted to be going 2-1 in this thing. He did not want Dink to be taking the lead after a 1-1 tie. But now Dink is actually going to go Sorcerer. We don't normally get to see Dink switch from Summoner at all in any matchup.
Exactly.
So you can tell Dink really wants this top 8. So now, going into game number 4 here, obviously Instinct is sitting on set point. But Instinct is sitting on set point. Dink needs to make something happen now with these armored portals. Still going to opt to go for that zoning gameplay that we mentioned earlier, but at the same time, he's going to keep him off of that meter to stop with the EX tornado kick. But at the same time, he's going to want to get that armored portal out to ensure that he has a little bit more safety.
and Instincts just got all of his meter drained. And what a reactionary stand for and commitment into the trance from Dink.
It's the max damage that he could get. He knew that the standing forward was going to trip guard there. That was a very smart move by Dink. But now he has to be careful getting these portals up. He finally gets it open. Now this is a lot of trouble for Instincts right now.
Yeah, even if he teleports in, even if he flips in, he's just simply going to absorb the hit in the armor and get a full combo punish.
And there's that tornado kick just to finally get something going. Catching the backdash with that back two.
Oh, and the belief from Dink to throw that jump one instantly, almost full screen, but drops the combo. That's huge. And gets
the armor portal in play again.
The money pit. It's raining armor for there, but almost back inside it again, and goes for the sneaky overhead low, and the low catches him on the backdash, and we're going to a game 5 here.
It's such a goofy string, but you know what? It was smart, because the only thing he could have done at that point was backdash, and that string catches the backdash 10 times out of 10. Brilliant stuff by Shujinkydink, and a very smart switch to Sorcerer. We saw that was a much more dominating match than we saw when he was Summoner. So now we're going into another game 5 here in the top 16. Now, I don't know if Instinct is going to switch characters or not. That was a night and day difference between Summoner and Sorcerer. But if he's looking at Takeda, going to stick with Shiro Ryu. That's his bread and butter. Game 5 situation, you can't hold anything back.
And we'll see what happens. We get our second game number 5 for the night. And the first one between Dab and Destroyer actually, you know, being very swift in game number 5. Let's see if they can bring the hype here and give us a nice close match. Down 3, and EX Kunai actually works against Dink, trying to counterpoke, but doesn't get a combo off of it.
Tell me he just tried going for a down 3 armor portal. Dink, you need to stop with these shenanigans.
That is some ultimate form of savagery. What a down 2 from Instinct. Speaking of Savage itself, and without an armored portal, free to do pretty much whatever he wants to try to get on Quan, and leave it to Dink to try to make a great play to stop him.
And again, getting opened up by the 1-2 trance, or the 1-2 rune, excuse me. There you go, and all of that meter is gone. He's catching the backdash again, all of the mix. Look at all of this mix, and catching the backdash again.
Dink, you know what? If something's not broken, don't fix it.
Swag trying to close out this set. So getting the hard knockdown, but he's a little bit too far from that armor portal for it to mean anything, and the portal comes just out of play, so Instincts can get this full combo.
Oh, and barely missing the Oki timing on the second whip and allowing Dink to get back in this match, and he had all day, it looked like, to hit confirm, and goes to 50-50 and gets him off the meter. This man, he's taking away his comeback factor.
That's almost going to do it. He tried going for just a little bit more damage. Instincts trying to make something happen, sitting on his tournament life right now.
Oh no, and just like that! One more Oki. And Dink came off the bar. That was insane from Instincts to tie us up. What clutch play, and we're going into a final round here.
What a comeback. That momentum has shifted completely. Dink going for the little bit of damage. Lets the back 3 connect, but keeping it safe.
Dink is just trying to mix his way into top 8 right now, and he didn't commit into the teleport.
Oh, goes for the 4-4 into the meter burn portal.
And what a read! It's reading that Dink was going to jump, but doesn't get the full conversion. This is insane right now. Both these guys.
Dink needs to be very careful. Now the momentum is clearly in Instinct's favor right now.
Oh no!
He couldn't get the back 2 conversion off the trance. Dink needs to break here. On the verge of being eliminated after having the set in his hands. Just taking his time. Any trade could be absolutely devastating.
Oh no! And Dink not getting the full combo punish. And no! Dink had another chance to whip punish with back 2. That Dink had that so many different ways. And Instincts clutching it out so many times. Wow, what a match.